welcome. Let's talk about psychology. Today I'm here to talk about what I think are some pretty cool, pretty solid emotional and psychological wins that come with aging. We all badmouth aging, and rightfully so. For the most part, that's very fair. But there really are some pretty wonderful perks that come with aging, especially across adulthood. So like as we go from young adults to middle-aged adults to older adults, there really are these like benefits in our emotions or our emotion processing. And I want to talk about these benefits because I am hovering near 40. I have just arrived at middle age, and I have just recently started like noticing these benefits or like recognizing these benefits in myself. And I am here to say it is glorious. It truly is. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about what happens. What are some benefits of aging? First, our self-esteem usually increases. Self-esteem increases across adulthood. And so like as we age, we tend to feel happier with who we are, happier with the kind of person that we are. And it's not a huge increase in self-esteem, but it's there. It exists. In general, we feel like more content with ourselves. Now, I have no idea why this happens. No idea. But I think it's a win and I will take it. So our self-esteem increases. In addition to that, our negative emotions usually decrease across adulthood. So like in our day-to-day lives, we tend to feel negative emotions less often. They're still there. We still feel them, just not as frequently. And it's like some pretty good ones decline, like anger. Anger declines. And anger starts declining early, like when we are in our 20s. Anger is already on the decline. And I don't know about you, but I have to say, thank goodness, right? Like anger is so unpleasant. It's just, to me, it's just such an unpleasant experience. And I assume everybody else feels that way too, because it's basically like we just start cutting it out as soon as possible. We just don't feel anger as often as we used to. It's a win. It's, in my opinion, that's a win. In addition, stress usually declines across adulthood. And it looks to me like it's not that life becomes less stressful as we age. Life is always stressful. But it looks like how we face those stressors, that tends to change as we age. And so like specifically, as we age, we are less likely to worry and ruminate. It's pretty great. It's pretty great. So like when we worry and ruminate on things, a lot of the time we're just thinking about that negative situation or experience, and we're not usually coming up with solutions. We're just sort of hanging out in a negative mental space. We're ruminating on it. That just eases up as we age. We simply stop doing it so often. It's wonderful. It is wonderful. So, self-esteem tends to increase and negative emotions tend to decrease. The last benefit that I want to talk about, it's a little bit different from the others, I think, but I think it's a win in the end, so I've left it on the list. Okay, let's talk about our social circles as we age. As we age through adulthood, in general, our social circles shrink. So we spend time with fewer and fewer people. And this is, for the most part, a choice. This is a choice. As we age, we simply choose to hang out with fewer and fewer people. But usually the people who we choose to spend our time with, those relationships are really solid. Like, those are really satisfying and meaningful relationships. And so, like, as we age, those are the relationships that are most worth our time. Those are the relationships that make us happiest. And so, this sort of like pruning of relationships, this like the pruning of our social circle with age, this really is usually beneficial to our well-being. Like, as we age, this seems like a helpful strategy to essentially maximize our positive emotions. Like, we are going to spend our time with the people who make us happiest. So then we maximize happiness. So, in the end, as we age, in general, our self-esteem increases. Our negative emotions, some negative emotions are just getting phased out. We're just not even really feeling them as much anymore. And we're spending time with fewer people, but those people usually make us happier. That's all great. I have no complaints about any of this. And I do have complaints about aging, I assure you. But there really are some bright spots. And it's like, we've all got to age. It's no getting around this. Might as well embrace those positives. And this is not even all of them. This is only what I could fit into this short video. So, there are some great things that come with age. Well, that's pretty much all that I've got for this video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. As per usual, I do not know the topic of my next video. That's just the life that I'm living right now. But I do plan to be back in a couple of weeks, and I hope everything goes well for you until then. Hope to see you soon.